Good morning, Homestead family. So today's graduation day for a couple of our chickens, and in the garden we've got some things ripe and ready to pick, and we've got a new in-ground garden that we want to show you, and just a lot going on, so y'all stay tuned. The tomatoes are doing so well, and we're going to be picking some today. There's some Romas right there. There's a little one. Not quite ready for that one to be picked, but there's some there. That one looks like it's about ready. Yep. Under here. Hey, Bear. My trusty companion that always comes with me out to the garden. So there's one right there. And I have a couple of jet stars that are ready as well. Things are getting a little out of control here. This needs to be tied up to the trellis. But things are coming along nicely in the tomato area, and it's exciting to start seeing the tomatoes. So things are going to be heating up in the kitchen because things are coming along outside in the garden. Our cucumbers are doing great. We find we can come out here. It's so funny. We come out here and we'll find some cucumbers. There's a little pickle right there. Great pickling size. But we will find some in the something to pick. There's another one coming along. And then we'll think, okay, we got them all. And then we'll come out here hours later and find new ones. So I don't see anything right now, and I can't really look through this one-handed, but so those are our cucumbers coming along. Peppers are doing wonderful. Looks like I got a couple of bell peppers that need to be picked, and I'm telling you, I cannot wait for these to turn. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. And there's a knot of pino that's ready to be picked, and some bell peppers banana peppers over here. These just all do nicely. Look, there's a little butterfly. We've got some squash that needs to be picked today. Let me see if I can get under here and show you that one right there. So squash is doing really great. We're excited about that. Carrots never got thinned out. Oh, let me show you a new addition to this bed. We got some German thyme last week and added thyme to it. So I'm just going to kind of let this run. This will just be my, I don't know, this is just my wild and crazy bed right here. Loofahs are coming along, growing up on both sides. What do you call this? Garden hair don't care? It's always flying around out here. If I plaster it down with hairspray, then it won't look like that. So So here are our purple hull peas, and they are doing extremely well. Now we had 2 beds of these, and if you recall, we have one bed that is got hit by something because the leaves are really curled on them. But they are still growing. They're still doing okay. They've just been like, and these were planted ahead of this other bed, and I'm a little concerned that maybe something was in the air that just, you know, we live on some rather windy property, and something in the air may have affected them. I don't know, because the others were planted after the curl happened and nothing ever happened to them, so it's kind of strange. Our marigolds are looking great. Excited about them. And the aphids that were on these seem to have gotten under control. I'm not seeing any more aphids right now. So you know, one of the things that we use here on our homestead, and there are people that are adamantly against it, and the people that wouldn't farm without it. And it's not necessarily organic, but it's not something that harms animals. It does cause us to have to be careful about washing our vegetables when we when we harvest them. We wash them really well, but is Sevin dust. I grew up, Sevin dust is just something that you put on chickens to help with mites and things like that on your chickens. And Sevin dust has been one thing that has really helped us with aphids. And I know it comes at a cost of not being considered organic. But if it means sacrificing my entire garden to aphids versus being able to manage them, we just could not completely lose our garden. We lost a complete bed last year because of the aphids, and we just had to weigh the cost. And Sevin dust we've tried the neem oil, we've tried a lot of other organic ways to go, and Sevin dust was just our best option, and it has helped control the aphids. And in order to keep our garden flourishing, we had to get control of that. So we've used it, and it's worked, guys. So I don't know. Drop your comments below. Let me know. Are you for it or against it? What's your take on the Sevin dust? So in the meantime, let me show you our watermelons. They have completely filled up this bed. Completely filled it up, and we actually have little watermelons coming along. Where is that one? Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. A little watermelon. So we're excited to see what all we get from this bed. But do y'all remember a couple of weeks ago when we planted this? It was just like a few little plants, and we knew it was going to cover up the bed. That's why we only planted a few, and that's why we gave them a whole bed to run in. And then over here are our Seminole pumpkins, and they have almost covered the bed up. We have one little spot left here that needs grass pulling, but so we have this one bare spot, and I just need to come pull the grass out. One trick that I've learned for weeding is, in order to get, so your grass doesn't break off, but in order to get the roots and everything when you're pulling out weeds, is immediately after you've watered your garden is the best time to come out and weed your garden, because the soil is soft enough to let go of those roots, and it's easier to pull those weeds. So, and also weeding is something that we just do almost on a daily basis. We come out here and we feed our chickens, and our routine is get up, we feed our chickens. As soon as we get through feeding the chickens, we kind of come around and just survey the garden, give it a look over, and as we're looking it over, if we see something here that just needs to be pulled, we pull it. And that's the way we kind of operate. And so we try to kind of stay on top of the weeds as much as we can. But that's our Seminole pumpkins, and they're doing great as well. We haven't had a lot of blooms, and we don't see any like fruit coming yet from these, but we know these are something that kind of produces later in the year. So hopefully watermelons will be coming along soon. Sweet potatoes over here are really going slow, but they're going. That's one good runner right there. They're looking okay. It's funny how this one is standing up straight and not trying to run along the ground like the other one. But they're coming along. I keep saying I'm going to take a few more slips and come out here and add to it. And I still may do that, but I think I'm just gonna let these do for now. See what happens. See what comes from it all. But let me show you the newest addition to our garden, and that is our corn. We transplanted our corn this week into the ground, and so far sandhill cranes have left it alone. I believe it's established enough, it can't be plucked out easily. One of the advantages of doing this, if you'll recall from other videos that we've done, is we planted corn in years past, and sandhill cranes came along and they would just like pluck the corn out of the ground, and there was still the seeds left at the bottom of the plant, and they would pluck it out to eat the seed is what they were doing. And so I planted these in peat pots so that I didn't have to, like, I love using peat pots because I don't disturb the roots when I transplant. And so they were planted in peat pots. And I also noticed that the roots of the corn was actually coming out through the pots. And so what that did was that anchored it better. So I knew that once I saw the roots coming out through the pots, when I put it in the ground, if a sandhill crane came along and tried to pluck that out of the ground, they're gonna have to pull the whole pot and everything out of the ground, because the roots of the corn had already started going through the pot. So I felt really good about planting at this point. So we have, like, it's a small amount of corn. I think it's like 27 corn plants. And I didn't want to do a gigantic amount because if it didn't work, I didn't want to lose a lot again like we did the other years. But so that's our corn, and it seems to be doing okay. It's getting bigger and we're excited about it. And then also behind the corn, I'm a little late getting these in the ground, but these are our mammoth sunflowers. So we've planted 5 of those, and my goal is the corn comes up and the sunflowers tower over the corn, and it makes just a pretty presence right there. I was gonna take you over to see, look at those. Look at those banana peppers. So it's going to take you over to see the Concord grapes. These are the muscadines and the Catawba grapes. Growing great. The vines, no fruit, but that's okay. There's our Concord grapes. Not as much of a vine, but lots of grapes coming. So we're excited about that. I'll give you kind of a size so you can see how big they're starting to get. One thing that I'm excited about is the pickling that we're doing. Grape leaves are good to put in when you're pickling because they help with crispiness of your pickles. So these can be used, like we can use multiple purposes of this actual vine. We'll get the grape leaf, and also grape leaves can be used for a lot of things. So it's not just the pickling, but so you can get more out of a grapevine than just the fruit that you get off of the vine. Our potatoes are going to be harvested this week, and we'll have a video out about that. So y'all stay tuned. And be sure and click that like and subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so when we get these new videos out that you are the first one to see them. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. The grown chickens, or the chickens that are big, are coming out of this pen, and these baby chickens in here and in here are gonna go in here together so they'll have more room. So let's do it. All right. This is gonna be fun to catch them because they're gonna go to one end.
Okay, wait. We need to move these in front over there. And then
Good idea. Just get them out of the way.
Yeah.
What's hard?
I guess that was one.
You want that one? Okay. Keep your wings down. Keep your wings down. Got it? Why are you holding my head down?
I know what she's called.
So this is Snow White. And who is that?
This is Izzy.
Okay. So here we go. We'll have to come back and... So like I was saying earlier, the last time we tried to do this, it didn't turn out so well. So we're hoping and praying this is a better way to acclimate them to the chickens. He's like, I got me some new girls.
He said, wow.
What you doing, pretty girl? Huh? Got some eggs in there. So we had to put this top on top of here because we realized the chickens would get up on top of the pen and then poop on top of the little ones. So look at their size compared to the ones that are already in here. We have some, I think we have some fat chickens. But they can get in the shade. They're a little skittish. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to them. So this is the rule of the roost here. Like, she commands everybody. Don't you? All right, girls. We're going to go get you food and water and be back in a minute.
So we're getting a shovel for the pen because we're cleaning it out to put the little chickens in. Okay.
And then we're going to use what we clean out of the pen for, we're going to put it in the compost pile.
Go.
All right, so next phase is we're cleaning out the pen for where the chickens were that just got placed into the new house. We're gonna take this, which is just leftover stuff, and we're gonna put it in our compost. So follow me. So here we go. I'm gonna pour this in here. Don't need that. Plastic. And then what we're going to do is kind of mix it up a little bit. Compost is turning out really good. It's it is. You can smell it. It smells just like dirt. All these leaves and all this stuff that's just, oh look there, we got some of our little worms. Look at that. Now those are not the size worms that we put in there. So they are actually making families, which is good. That means it's a great place for them to live. So I think we're doing good. I think what this homestead has asked me to do, and I haven't had the time, but I think I may try to do it this weekend, is I am actually going to make another compost area right here. Let this sit and just start mixing it, and then we'll start putting the new stuff here. So I'm sure Mrs. Homestead will be happy about that.
Yep. Let's put the babies in first.
All right, ready?
Baby babies.
The baby babies, yeah.
Ready?
So they'll think they got priority.
So we're actually doing the baby babies first. Anna, she's the one that coined that term.
The baby babies. These are the Easter eggers, the 4 Easter eggers that we got.
No, there's 2 reds.
Oh, that's right.
2 Easters
These,
and 2
2 reds and 2 Easter eggers.
Yeah. That's all right.
This is going outside.
Those are the baby babies.
Baby bubbles.
So from what they were living in to now, they moved up to a huge big condo.
Now these guys will fly out, so you can't just take the top off. They're tricky too.
Well, your pets don't hurt though.
No, they don't. But they're just like,
They're freaking out.
no. Oh, come on.
What if they hurt the baby babies?
I don't think they will. Like you said, the pets don't hurt. Better put that top on.
Yeah, it might not hurt to me, but it might hurt to the babies.
Well, I just saw the Easter egg peck one of the big ones.
We're just gonna watch and see what happens.
The Easter egg went over to the big one. And
They're just gonna have to
Get along.
what?
You just hit me.
I'm sorry.
So they got fresh, clean pine shavings. They got fresh water and food. So as soon as we graduate the ones in the other pen out, we'll put these 4 in the pen, and we'll just keep rotating them until.
Chicken calves.
We may have to.
No, they're okay.
That's what he said
They're not,
last
I
time.
know, but these aren't strong enough to do any major damage.
I don't know. It's not how strong they are. It's the small ones. See, look at them.
They're just.
I suggest checking on them every 30, 45 minutes. Huh?
Every
Yeah.
20 minutes.
See, they're even trying to set down there because they're. See there? Need to take that and put it in the bowl over there, and let's move this.
Oh, I thought you'd put
It's right over there. I didn't open it because I know they're going to run out.
Oh,
Put that
so
in
put it in the silver bowl.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
My hair again. Face. Okay. I didn't trip or anything. There you go.
That'll work.
Open the door with my foot.
The board in the way.
You have to.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
Excusing me. Who ordered the silver bowl?
Give me the bowl.
The bowl.
You need the water.
The water.
It's right over there.
Water.
I don't think she can carry that. And
Fancy water. And big water.
I'm gonna set it in towards the back a little bit right
Well,
here.
don't get too far because I can't get to it.
Over there.
Yeah. Surrounded them. Fix what? We gonna give them some worms? They videoed.
Worms!
Look at them. Look at them. Look at the chicken. Oh, they're all coming down. Forget laying eggs. We want worms.
This is like Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds. Back it up. Back it up.
The chicken between
Back it up.
Just throw. You can get it in there. The girls next door want some too.
Somebody's pecking feathers off her butt right there.
Yeah. Somebody's always picking somebody.
Nice.
Big Mama and Opie are in the.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm talking about between these cinder blocks. Huh? How many you got, Opie?
What kind of noise is that?
That's, I don't want you to mess with me. I'm sitting on an egg.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below if this video is helpful.
Don't forget, do your best.
And watch God do the rest.